Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Factorio. So I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that I'm going to keep playing Factorio. The bad news is that I'm going to start over, which is also good news because I've learned a lot and I turned off peaceful mode. Because the problem with peaceful mode is that you're able to build these ginormous cities of things and like no one will ever attack you, and it's kind of silly. You know, I had like the monstrous coal set up and that was just crazy. So we need to play something that's a little tiny bit more realistic. Now unfortunately this is really bad wood. We're in the middle like of a desert in this start. But before we start building things, what I like to do now, I've learned a bit, is to explore and make sure that we're not going to be building too close to alien bases, because the way that it works on non-peaceful mode is that every mine will generate pollution, which you can actually see on the map. There isn't any right now because we don't have any mines, but that pollution will kind of radiate outward, and if you pollute the natives' territory, then that's what causes them to come and attack you. So playing on peaceful mode, they just don't care, but if you're not on peaceful mode, they're going to come fight us. Hey, some actual trees that we can get some real wood from. That's nice. You can actually see trees on the minimap too. Little green spots. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk around kind of like in a zero type shape around our spawn location to see if we can find some alien bases so we know which way to avoid building toward. But then again also who we can go kill, because, you know, we should kill aliens. And while we're up here, I'm going to chop down a few of these good trees, since they actually have decent expected resources. 4 lumber versus 1 or 2. And these might even give us 5. Look at that. Dark green thin tree. Now, I have been watching a number of people play on Twitch and also on YouTube. The most notable guy is AVAC, and I've learned a lot from watching him. So I'm quite a bit better, I think, at this game. I'm a little bit more organized with my thoughts and what I'm trying to accomplish. Got a big supply of iron up there. And also a little bit not as crazy at going crazy with like copper production, or sorry, coal production. I know what I'm trying to say. That is some oil and water. This is one big desert. And we seem to be pretty fortunate. I haven't found a single alien base yet. This might give us a oh, there we go, down there. Oh, it's actually kind of big. It's a big base. Let's go away. I don't know if you can see them too well because it's nighttime, but I will get some lights for us. So never mind, we're not all by ourselves. There's a whole bunch of aliens over there. But still, I like this general starting area. It's pretty nice. It's got a number of the main resources that we would need. Tons of copper. And we're out of the desert over here. Every now and then the game seems to go through a little lag. The frame rate drops for a second. Not sure why. Might be because of the new computer, I'm not sure. Maybe things aren't quite set up properly. Well, I feel like we've explored a decent bit. Now we know where to go for wood. We don't have to worry about going into the desert. We can get some good wood supply down here. And apparently the desert continues. I feel like it's about time for us to run into another alien camp. Don't you? Probably another one down here somewhere. Or maybe up here. It's very important that you know where they are so that you can avoid causing early attacks. You know, if you build a whole bunch of mines and you end up stacking a bunch of pollution, you'll generate an early attack before you can actually defend against it. So you gotta be kind of cautious about expanding. But no, it looks like we're gonna go back to right where we started. It's very isolated. The closest enemy is very far away. Do we have to go north of the water? No, we can get right through. And there's plenty of resources here to allow us to do pretty much anything we need to do in the beginning. So let's start off with wood. I think wood is a better resource to gather in the beginning than coal, because you get so much more of it for each little bit of time that you spend, and it burns pretty well. No single unit of coal is definitely superior to a single unit of wood, but you get 4 or 5 wood instead of 1 coal. Plus we're going to need these 4 electrical poles. And honestly, that's probably more than enough. First thing we want to do is make some iron bars. Definitely. I've also learned things like, you know, you don't have to really worry about placing grabbers and everything. Inserters is what they're called. You can just put things right next to each other. Inputs, outputs, that's all good. That's actually a fairly sizable amount of coal. Now the one thing we're going to go do a bit manually is go and mine some stone. Need to get a little bit of extra stone in order to build some more burners, and we do want to transition as quickly as possible to electricity. So for this we need iron bars, which we're making. We also want to make another stone furnace. We can get our second burner miner. We're going to ignore the coal for now, because again, it's not that big of a deal. We've got plenty of wood. Ha! Where's Northern Lion when you need him? Okay, we'll power that thing. Let's also make a box. This is just stone, so we can just put the stone into a box for now. So we'll try to get a nice little base going. So see, now you can actually see the pollution. One mine there and one mine there is causing pollution here. So we've got to avoid expanding in that direction. At least for now, until we decide to go kill the aliens. The natives, whatever they're called, you know what I mean. Those aren't actually trees, apparently. These only have 1 wood in them. They're very scraggly. Okay, so what's it going to take to actually get us some power? We need copper. We've got a huge supply of copper over here. This is about as close to the aliens as I'd like to get. So let's build another burner miner and a stone furnace. We'll power these with wood as well for now. And that's actually all of our wood. Well, let's keep some of it so that we can build some like light poles and everything soon. This game is so much more complicated than I expected it would be. Like the first hour of gameplay, pretty simple, really, pretty straightforward. But then, when you start researching things, suddenly it gets very complicated. And I like it a lot. I could see playing this for a while. Got some more iron plates. Now, we're going to need to build, we only need a tiny bit of copper in order to make that first offshore pump. And then the steam engine and the boilers do not take copper. So, we get an offshore pump. We get 1 steam engine, 1 boiler. And let's just immediately move up to electrical power. And ideally, we're going to want to be as far away from them as possible. So, I guess we'll build it like this area-ish. So we'll go like there-ish. We'll put our 1 boiler there for now. And I will have a nice little system set up at some point, but for now, again, we're going to just use wood. And, oh, not that much wood because we need to make some electrical poles, please, with our spare copper. We're also going to want a couple conveyor belts. And, you know what? Come to think of it, let's go ahead and design this properly from the beginning. We need more iron plates. I'm going to steal AVAC's design because it's pretty slick. Put a pipe to ground. So water comes out, then it's going to go straight back into the ground, and then it's going to go to, like, say, here, just so we have a walking path that we can go through. Kind of convenient. And then we need a few more actual pipe. And that will do it, I think. So we put our burner here. We put the engine here. Put some fuel in there. And let's get our first thing there. You know what? I actually want it on the other side. I swear I'll make my mind up eventually. Alright, so that works. And, you know, did I maybe build those too close? No, I don't think so. No, that works just fine. Okay, so we'll put power there, and we'll put some power here, and now we can already start getting ready to do this. Just need more iron. We can get our first electric mining drill all ready. Make me more iron, please. One more, please. Excellent. Okay, and once that's ready, we'll get that thing started. And we'll just have it go off in any direction really for now. Of course I planted this thing in the wrong spot. Okay. Where's my music? Come back to me, my music. So one boiler is certainly sufficient for now. Temperature's at 97. We're barely even using this thing for this one thing. Now these electric ones they provide significantly more resources and they have less pollution. 9 pollution versus 10 for that. And again, the furnaces cause pollution as well. So you gotta be a bit cautious about that. Copper's pretty far away, and that is unfortunate. Stone production still appears to be going good. We had more wood then, I think. And so now that we've gotten a little bit more iron mined, sure, why not? Let's head back over and actually switch it up to copper. Jeez, I just keep on doing that, don't I? Oh, I built these too far apart. Oh my goodness, how did that happen? There we go. Alright, so here's how it's going to work. We're going to go back on everything I did because I can't make up my mind. And we're just going to immediately try to set up automatic power for the coal. Want to keep iron generation going though. And actually we can dump that raw iron into there. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to move the stone furnace a little bit higher up. We do have a spare section of pipe. That's actually plenty. Shouldn't lose much temperature here. Temporarily, but it'll heat up. But for good measure, we'll just put this thing where it belongs. Right next to it. Put some wood in there, and then let's get an inserter. Assuming we can afford one. Need our copper again. Okay. So the beginning phases of getting the base operational are a bit tricky. We have plenty of copper now. Now we need iron. Once you get these four darn basics going, now we're going to start to be able to automate quite a bit again. Alright, so we got our first inserter. That will keep things powered up Let's also grab our wood back so we can use that for more important things. Let's make sure that our stone is still going. In fact, since we went up there, we might as well grab that stone, shouldn't we? Make a second boiler. Great. We'll get that guy in there. Just in case. So that one steam engine should be more than enough to power us while we get going. Next up, we need more iron. So now we need to get some good iron generation going. And what we can do is we can split off this coal stream in order to automatically power some furnaces. So this coal will go straight in here, and that's fine. Easiest way to route some of it off. Here's how I think I'd maybe prefer to do it, come to think of it. Is we'll use an inserter. We have one already. We'll make a couple extra just in case. And let's do it like this. So the road's actually going to continue. And I want to put an inserter here that's going to grab stuff and make sure that there's some here. And this can just kind of go wherever for now. So it'll make sure, like, as the coal comes away from this thing and heads off to iron production land, this thing gets first dibs and will pull coal away to keep the boiler running. But if it doesn't need any extra, then it'll continue off and we can use it strictly for iron production. So let's get that going over here. Can we make another thing here? Need more iron. Get another electric drill. Once we get this base underway, it's going to be glorious. That looks fine. Okay. Don't need to worry about building on top of the iron, because it'll still collect. Ideally, we don't want to build furnaces and everything on here. I'm trying to get most of this stuff to kind of route this way, since I know there's like no nearby aliens. And we'll put our furnaces like over here. We're going to need some more track in order to get over there. It's putting coal on the wrong side, kind of. That's okay though. Really makes no difference in the long run in this circumstance. All right. Do we have any inserters? We have 2. Excellent. Do we have any furnaces? Let's get 5 more furnaces. You can never have too many furnaces. Furnace eye. And let's get rid of this thing, because this thing's kind of slow. Alright, so let's put you, say, here and here. Let's get some power over here. Oh, I was too far away to plant it. And we need inserter power there. Unfortunately, these electrical poles can't actually reach, so we'll just put it here. And inserters there and there. And we'll get rid of this section for now. And that way, they can just run that iron production automatically. And a single one can easily support 2, maybe even 3. Why don't we go ahead and throw down a 3rd? There's really no risk in having a 3rd. And you can never have too much iron. Alright, and so this single power there, that's great. So, yep, go like that. And the other inserter can go here. Now notice how this one can actually grab these. This conveyor belt's actually pushing these 2 sort of into the tile above it. If you pause the game, you can see the grids. See how it's overlapping? So even though the thing doesn't extend to there, this one can grab it. And if there were resources extending into this one, then this one couldn't grab them. So you actually want this to end early. Alright, so now we got some major iron production going. Great. Good, good, good. And I think I'm going to take a break here. This, I think, is a much cleaner setup than what I was doing before. And we also have the added danger of aliens. So, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. See you soon.